Hey guys, I'm Connor.
I'm Landon.
And today is going to be something a little different. Well, not for me, but for him.
Well, yeah, for me, yeah.
Something that I've done on this channel countless of times, but I have not done on this channel with
Sex
you.
talk is what we're talking
So
about.
today, me and Landon are going to be reviewing an album by a band that he has gotten really into recently, but they're my 10th favorite band of all time. You may be asking why 10th, and I'll get into that later. But right now we're going to be reviewing the second studio album by the alternative and power pop band Weezer. The album is Pinkerton.
Which is...
Now, what can be said about Pinkerton that has not been said countless times? First off, the all-knowing factor about how this album was a commercial disappointment when it first came out, and that is because apparently when this album first came out, nobody liked it.
Well, yeah.
Everyone hated it when it first came out. Not really hated it, but, well, yeah.
Just kind of mixed feelings, yeah.
Well, kind of, not that either. Kind of negative reviews.
Kind of hated it.
Well, also, I think it was Entertainment Weekly, back when this album came out, they actually ranked it as the second worst album of 1996 when it came out. And the worst album of 1996 was an album by Bush that I can't remember the name of, which is self-explanatory because they had like one album. No, not like that.
Like your Bush?
And I think I have a theory behind why this album was not liked when it first came out. And that may be because really nobody really understood it.
Yeah.
And that is because, well, take the Blue Album, for example. In which
we both have...
He has heard maybe about 1 billion times.
Alright, so like before we get into that, maybe previous videos I've kind of established that Blink-182 is my favorite band, and I have not told Connor this until this video, but I have listened to so many Weezer songs that Weezer and Blink-182, and Blink-182 will always be my favorite band, but Weezer is probably becoming, you know, because I just, this is awesome. So that's just why they're best.
And I said they're my 10th favorite band of all time, and there's a reason for that. Bands need to stick with me, and bands need to influence me for them to be...
Can't Stop Partying is the greatest song.
Just kidding. But, see, there may be albums by bands that are my top favorite lists that I think have not been that good and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like Green Day, Uno Dos and Trey, the trilogy. Trey was the only album that was okay, to be honest. 21st Century Breakdown was just kind of okay. Can't really think of anything by the Beatles, but I'm pretty sure there's some in there. Led Zeppelin, the album Presence, not a big fan of that album. Nirvana, well, there was like one song on Bleach and all that stuff. Every band in my top 10 list has released albums that I think are okay. Weezer is the only band in my top 10 list that have released albums that I hate.
Yeah, they do have
Blue Album.
They're known.
Blue Album, Pinkerton, Green Album, Maladroit. All, in my opinion, great albums. 2 albums are monumentally awesome. Then they released Make Believe, which has Beverly Hills on it. Enough said.
Not even them. It's just them.
It's a sellout song. It kind of. It's a depressing ass song too. They also have Perfect Situation, which is a song I actually think is okay, but they forgot to write a chorus for that song.
Which is too bad.
The chorus of that song is that's the chorus.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
Did we just catch a rare moment?
Okay. And
we caught
the Red Album.
2 lightning in bottles. 2 of them.
Thanks, John.
Right.
Oh. Wait, no, that wasn't the John. That was the Rock Critic. I know who the Rock Critic is. If you don't.
Oh.
But
that's just saying. All right, but go on.
Yeah, but the Red Album was actually had some okay moments in there, but it was just
I completely understand. Go ahead.
Above all, just a weird ass album. And then Raditude.
The best song of 20 million years of albums. No, it's shit. It's dog shit.
2009, but okay. And I have something to admit that Landon, you may need to punch me for saying this. Not yet.
Because you're getting it right across the face.
When Raditude came out, I bought it, I listened to it, and I liked it.
I mean, yeah, as a kid, you could... as a kid, you could... That
was 2000, that really fucking hurt, actually. That was 2010, and oh my god, I I even kind of like the song "Can't Stop Partying."
You're asking.
Minus the Lil Wayne verse.
Oh yeah, okay. You know, fact of the day. Lil Wayne is the best guitarist in the world. God, I look so ugly on camera. Look so ugly.
So Pinkerton. I just went on a tangent there, I guess. But anyways, yeah, as I was saying, hi Rufus, that's my dog. But back when the Blue album came out, it was kind of in the midst of when grunge was at its highest, like Nirvana and like Pearl Jam and all those bands. Yeah, Pearl Jam's awesome, but all these bands, and grunge was kind of like a genre of music that the main themes in grunge music was like depression and the feeling of loneliness.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And the Blue album came out kind of in the mixed of nowhere in that.
Yeah.
The mixed of grunge. And would you say like in some songs in the Blue album, they kind of have like a cheery feel to it.
No, yeah, obviously.
Like the sound but deeper meanings behind them also.
Yeah,
obviously. Yeah. No one else is actually a song that's kind of like a douchebag of a song when you really think about it.
Wait, are you talking about the Blue album?
No one else. Yeah.
Oh, no one else. Yeah, that's no. Yeah.
Yeah. The World Has Turned Left Me Here is actually kind of a depressing song.
Yeah.
Say It Ain't So is a happy sounding song, kind of just
It's
a chill sounding song. But it's
once it gets to the chorus, though,
it's all about like alcoholism, actually. But there's other songs in there that are kind of like carefree songs, like In the Garage, Surf Wax America is pretty much just a song straight up about surfing.
Yeah.
And all that stuff, and it's a pure power pop and alternative rock album.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out and everyone was like, oh my god, finally a change, something that sounds different, something that sounds better, and something that's just kind of like fun and not all that depressing.
Yeah.
2 years later, and they released an album like Pinkerton, which is the main themes of this album are loneliness, depression, and sadness.
Yeah, I mean, but it's...
And in the middle of grunge, I can kind of, a little in a way, see why people would be a little turned off by that. Like, oh, Weezer released a new album, and then they release it, and then listen to it, and it just has kind of like a dark feel to it, and I was like, when does this album get happy?
But sometimes if you think about it, it kind of goes back just to human, like instincts. Like, we're kind of addicted to sadness, Not to sound like,
and that is why this album has aged so well. Because when you listen to this album, this is a great
It perfectly fits
album. It is a great album.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a beautiful album.
Yeah.
And every song on this album, I think some people could relate to this album in some way.
Yeah, in some way.
And also, a little fun fact, this was not the original idea for Weezer's second album. The original idea for Weezer's second album was a space opera called Songs from the Black Hole.
So it's a space.
Yes. But it got scratched because Rivers Cuomo had to get surgery on his knee. And in that time when he had to get surgery on his knee, he didn't really...
I was just seeing what I look like with that. All right, no, keep going. I wasn't.
He had to get surgery on his knee, and it took away the time of them recording the album because the album was supposed to come out in '95 if that was the case. But it took away from that, so they just put together a few songs when Rivers Cuomo was in Harvard University. That's the thing I love about Rivers Cuomo. He graduated from Harvard. He's a genius and he's a rock star.
And he's smart.
Yeah. And he
has classes.
And the original idea for Songs from the Black Hole was supposed to be just a recollection of Rivers himself when he got the sudden fame out of nowhere and he wasn't really getting used to it, and also the fact that up to that point in his life he didn't have a girlfriend and he was lonely. Shut up. I thought you were going to say something. What?
Any men out there, Connor's one. I'm just kidding. Now, any girl out there, big dick.
You're so lying on
that. Wait, what? I'm just kidding.
Anyways, so, yeah, the album Pinkerton, there are 10 tracks on this album, surprising coming from Weezer.
Because the Blue album had 12, right?
10 tracks, actually. I was saying surprisingly, sarcastically, because they have a lot of albums that have just 10 tracks. You were so ugly.
No, because I was listening to just right now, and it goes to track 11. Unless I had a different one.
You probably had a different one.
Yeah, I probably had the one of the bonus tracks, yeah.
There's no bonus tracks on that.
Kids Bop has bonus tracks.
The tracks on the Blue album are My Name is Jonas, No One Else, The World Has Turned and Left Me Here, Buddy Holly, Undone Sweater Song, Surf Wax America, Say It Ain't So, In the Garage, Holiday, and Only in Dreams. That's
never mind. That's because I always listen to.
But you know what? Speaking of tracks, let's just get on to the tracks on this album, or else I'm going to be talking about how this album's awesome and the history behind the album for like the rest of just the review.
Yeah.
The tracks on this album are Tired of Sex, Get You, No Other One, Why Bother, Across the Sea, The Good Life, El Scorcho, Pink Triangle,
You're gonna say
Falling for You, and Butterfly. And this is one of the albums that after I listened to it a lot, like when I first listened to an album, I'm just like, oh, it's okay, whatever, and not it's okay, whatever. And it's kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna listen to the album because it's an album.
Mm.
And I'm the type of person, me and my dad have the same exact thing, where I can listen to songs and figure out the meanings behind them.
Mm.
And some of these songs are actually like an autobiography thing of Rivers. I stutter a lot in my reviews. Okay, you just gotta get used to it. You just gotta get used to it. You agree to this?
I signed up for it.
So starting off with track number "Fuck You." Track number 1, "Tired of Sex." I think the meaning behind this song, whenever you listen to this. Whenever you listen to like the lyrics of the song and kind of read into them a little bit, like he's talking about the first line, I'm so tired of sex, and he's naming off like a bunch of names and all that stuff, and before they get into kind of the yelling of the chorus and then kind of the chorus, there's not really a chorus in this song, to be completely honest, but the main point in this song is like it's about a guy that has a lot of sex. And he no doubt that he's had sex a lot, but he's never had.
Tired of it.
He's tired of it.
He's tired.
Because
hence the name "Tired of Sex."
Because he has had so much sex, but he's never had someone to love. And honestly, I think that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah, I mean,
you're having he's having sex, but it's meaningless.
But yeah,
it doesn't mean anything.
You're doing it for the hence joke sexual attraction.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay, second track is
moving
called...
on like that never happened. Let's go.
The thing, also, I love the beginning of this song because it kind of starts off, it sounds like someone plugging in like a guitar into an amp, and then there's feedback. It starts with Patrick Wilson on like the drums hitting just like the ride cymbal, and then it goes into like this drum thing, and like there's a synthesizer in the background, and then Matt Sharp's guitar bass line. I forgot what instrument he played. Mm-hmm. But honestly, when a band that I discovered kind of recently that actually has Matt Sharp in it as the lead singer, the band The Rentals, check them out by the way, they're pretty cool. His first album with that band was released like a year after the Blue album came out. And when you listen to the album, it kind of sounds like it's kind of a happy album, kind of a sad album in that stuff. But he has like Moog synthesizers, a bunch of synthesizers in there. So when I listen to this album, some tracks like Tired of Sex or Get You or any other tracks that have synthesizers in them, you kind of get a little bit of a feel of like a Rentals song in a way. And I guess it could be because Matt Sharp was actually the fellow songwriter for most of the weirder songs by Weezer in their first 2 albums. But yeah, instrumentation is good on this song. Second track is called Get You.
Oh, we haven't reached that yet? I thought you were talking about that right now. You give your briefing on it.
But Get You, again, it starts with like kind of like the... I get it.
Hope you do.
Starts off with kind of like a synthesizer and then them just playing on the guitars and drums and stuff. Yours.
Yeah, folks, you better... This is the video, it's just a bunch of puns. Puns are fun.
But, Get You, this is one of the songs that I kind of had trouble with finding out the meaning behind it, but I think I got it, and correct me if I'm wrong on this. It sounds like a guy who's like messing around with like a girl and all that stuff and trying to win her over and all that. And like, you know how people are when they like someone, like maybe like just mess around with them and in a way of like just kidding around with them and stuff and maybe like saying mean remarks but not really meaning it, saying it in a joking way. And I feel like this song is like that guy finally realizing that maybe he went a little too far, in a way. Yeah. Like he went a little too far with his jokes. Okay. And in the song, like I forgot what the lyrics are in this song.
Get you.
Thanks. Yeah, that's yeah.
No, I guess the next one is
What?
Get You.
Yeah.
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 Get you.
Like, I think part of the song is like, I never meant to hurt you or something like that. So like, he's trying to apologize to her and saying, maybe I could still get you.
What if it's a guy?
Well, then this album took a weird turn. But
I'm just
the
kidding.
song "Get You," I guess that's what I could say that song's about. Again, great instrumentations, great vocals, and the thing I love about Rivers singing in this album is that it's so raw and so emotional. And above all, I have to say, like going back to like the themes behind this album, I'm usually against this genre of music because it's been overshadowed by In the Wrong Way. This is the greatest emo album ever made.
It's
emo? Yeah.
That explains the cuts.
But emo is not the way that everyone interprets it today. Emo is just a genre of music. The emo lifestyle.
Emotional lifestyle.
Exactly. Emo is a side genre of punk rock music, and like it's pretty much just it's singing about your emotions, singing about your problems in your life, singing about being depressed. It's not I hate my life, I hate everyone around me, and
fuck everyone, shoot up the school.
I want to kill myself and I want to cut my wrist. That is not. This is what emo used to originally be.
Yeah, just
and
being.
I guess if you want to be a snob, I guess it's just an alternative rock and power pop album. Yeah. But if it's an emo album, then it's the best emo album I've ever heard in my life. But anyways, the next track is called No Other One. This meaning behind this song is actually kind of just true in the song title.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, like one of the first lines in the song is "My girl's a liar, but I stand beside her," and "My girl don't see me when she's with my friends," or all that stuff, and it's pretty much singing about like a couple that they feel like they don't belong with each other. They know that they're probably not right for each other, and they go and his girlfriend may even cheat on him sometimes. But they don't want no one else because, honestly, they don't want to be alone. Mm-hmm. And if they don't be with them, then they know there's no one else for them. So they have to be with them to not be lonely.
No, I mean, like, I completely agree. It's, like you said, it's just the names. If you're wondering why I'm here, I'm letting Connor do most of the talking because, you know me, I'm kind of intellectual. Not intellectual. When it comes to music, I'm just like I say, I like it.
He's the movie guy.
I'm the movie guy. And I like music.
Mostly Weezer.
Mostly Weezer.
I'm going to help me with this, but
help me, master.
Next song is actually one of my favorite songs off the album, and the first song I ever heard off the album, thanks to the game Guitar Hero 5. But the song is called "Why Bother," and I think we can both agree on this song if you so care to tell what it is.
It's not. That's it.
Translation.
Why bother? You know, it's just like it's not. It's like why bother? You know, it's kind of like it can go either way. You know, it's like if you listen to the song, it's like why bother? You're gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt me. You know.
It's gonna kill when you desert me.
Yeah. It's just like it can go either way. You know, relationship wise. You know, it's kind of going back to the emotional. You know, kind of like I don't want to say emo because I don't want to be like, you know, I don't want to comments. You know. Rampaging the other day.
I will say this, by the way. One of my favorite albums of last year, 2014, in fact, my fourth favorite album, was by a band called Modern Baseball with their album You're Gonna Miss It All. That's an emo band. It's an emo album to the fucking brim. Well, it's like classic emo sound. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a great album.
Because baseball.
Well, yeah. I don't know why baseball.
I don't know. It's that.
Because it's always with people in sports. I've seen that whenever it comes to movies, whenever they like the so-called emo bands or like emotional bands, they're always people that formerly in high school played sports. Yeah. Does sports make you depressed?
Football causes brain damage. Yay!
What about baseball?
Baseball is just, I love the sport to death, but it can be boring as fuck. So, I mean, you can have a little time of thinking in the outfield.
Yeah, the song "Why Bother," like, I think the meaning of this song gets presented in, like, the first few lines of the song. The first few lines of the song are, I know I should get next to you, you got a look that made me think you're cool, but it's just sexual attraction. Not something real, so I better keep whacking. Pretty much those lyrics.
Jack off!
Pretty much those lyrics mean, I think you're hot, I want to be with you, but I'm just sexually attracted to you, so I just better keep jerking off.
Don't.
And also, and another term and another thing in the song is maybe we could even get together, or maybe you can even break my heart next summer. Pretty much, it's like I could be with you, but I know it might not last.
Yeah,
I mean, it'd just be like for a sexual thing. This album is heavily on sex for some reason. The next song, track 5, is actually an autobiographical song by Rivers Cuomo himself. The song is called Across the Sea. What's this song about? Well, back in 1995, when Rivers was in Harvard University, studying in whatever he was
got
studying.
lost at sea, and he had a best friend named Wilson, but
Are you trying to go to Castaway?
Tom Hanks was there. Don't worry.
Tom Hanks was there.
But Buzz Lightyear was there as well.
Okay, so Across the Sea, back in 20 minutes. Back in 1995, he got a letter from a fan in Japan. I don't know what her name was. I don't even know if he knows, but it was a letter pretty much saying like, "Oh, I love your music. I really want to get to know you, and I connect with you." And as I said, Rivers was really lonely back then, so he fell in love with a girl that he never met. Fell in love with her, but she was in Japan, and he knew he'd probably never get to meet her. Never met her, by the way, in the entire history of him going over to Japan and stuff. You'd think that when he goes over there, she'd go to a concert and be like, "Hey, you wrote a song about me."
But that'd be kind of hard because, if like I was a girl, hey man, I'm just kidding, and like I was not Asian, but Japanese, I could be like, "Hey, you wrote that song for me." It could be false, I mean, unless they kind of, I don't know. Hopefully in the future, even though he's married.
There's a lot of like Japanese themes on this album. I mean, look at the front cover of the album. It's like it looks like a Japanese village or rice field. And then on the back cover, if you look really closely, you can see the outline of like a Japanese, Asian, Chinese woman, whatever.
Vietnamese.
They're Asian.
Look at these.
Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, Across the Sea. Pretty much, I guess the letter kind of comforted him in a way.
Yeah.
And he just felt it was nice of her to do that. And part of the song, a funny part of the song, not really, but in part of the song he says, at 10, I shaved my head and tried to be a monk. That's actually true.
Really?
When Rivers Cuomo was 10 years old, he took a razor, shaved his head, and told his mom he wanted to be a monk. Because he liked Japanese culture and he thought the older woman would like him if he did.
Older women, just like in general, or Japanese women?
Japanese women, I guess. He was 10.
Oh, well, yeah, I know, but...
He was 10.
How many Japanese people live in,
he wanted to move over to Japan when he was a kid.
That'd be awesome.
He wanted to meet Godzilla and be like, "I'm a monk."
I wanted to meet Bruce Lee. He's dead, but he's not dead.
I want to meet his son. Away, he's dead too.
His daughter's alive, though. She's good. Where do you go?
I don't know. That was not funny.
That was not the thing.
The next song is called "The Good Life." This could be kind of like an autobiographic song by Rivers Cuomo about how he became famous, and when he gets older, he doesn't want to become like that old guy in rock music that kind of just, whatever. But it could go another way, which is just, it's about a guy who, he used to be in the party type guy or something like that, and he used to be all active and all that, but he became too old and all that, and now he can't do that stuff anymore, and he really misses it. I mean, it's kind of said in the chorus, I don't want to be an old man anymore. It's been a year or two since I've been out on the floor and all that stuff. Like singing about, he's old and he's lonely now, and he doesn't want to be old and lonely anymore. The next song is actually hi, how are you? The next song is actually the first single off the album. And to be completely honest, when I first heard the song, A, I didn't think it was by Weezer, and B, I could understand now why people may have been turned off in a way when it came to this being the first single. The song is called El Scorcho.
El Scatcher.
Or, if you're Spanish, it stands for The Scorcho. This song's kind of weird, but it's good. Weird is good. But anyways, to be completely honest, when you heard... this was like the first post Blue Album thing that Weezer fans heard after it came out, and like starts off and it's like like the sound of, I think it's Rivers like gargling water, and then like weird like just like kind of in a way offbeat drum things, and then just like the same like dun 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 just on the acoustic guitar, and then you hear someone like say El Scorcho, whatever, and when you hear that, I'm pretty sure some people were like, alright, what the hell is this about? And the whole song is pretty much, first line of the song may make people laugh. It's, goddamn you half Japanese girls.
Yeah.
Do it to me every time. Oh, the redhead said you shred the cello.
Yeah.
And I'm jello, I could recite the whole song.
You do it.
But no.
Just get into it.
But the song is pretty much, I guess, in the chorus, it's like, I'm a lot like you, so please, hello, I'm here, I'm waiting. I think I'd be good for you and you'd be good for me. And it's a song, it's, I guess, in a way, a song about asking out a girl and, like, presenting your feelings to her. My favorite line of the entire song, by the way, is the line where it says, how stupid is it? I can't talk about it, I have to sing about it and make a record of it. Mm-hmm. Like, singing about, like, saying, you know, I can't express my feelings myself, but if I put it into words and put it into a song, then that's my way of getting out, and he kind of feels pathetic. That's the way that he can get it out. And a weird thing is that most of the lines in this song were actually taken from like a journal that one of his roommates or friends had in Harvard. Especially the line in the song that says, "Watching grunge leg drop New Jack through a press table." They can go both ways. They can either say like grunge and New Jack are two types of music, and you can see them like colliding together and trying to be better than each other. Or grunge and New Jack are the name of two wrestlers in the wrestling thing called ECW, and they were known for being the most violent in their thing, and they were actually so violent that they literally got kicked out of the wrestling businesses that they were in for being too violent. So we could go both ways on that, but some of the tracks lines on there were written by Rivers, but used off of a notebook that someone else wrote.
Yeah.
But
I think I kind of figured out was diagnosed Rose Chrome with something.
Like,
got a little something called Asian persuasion. I mean, he likes Asian women.
Really?
I mean,
who doesn't? The next song is track 8, and it's called Pink Triangle.
Lesbian sex.
Landon, thanks. But the next song is also a autobiographical song. Would it just be biography or autobiography?
Auto is oneself. Why not?
Autobiographical, whatever. The song Pink Triangle, if you don't know this, a pink triangle is something that people who are either for gayness or are the gayness wear to show that they are for being gay.
Or are the gayness.
Sorry if you are gay and watching this, but the song is... Oh my God. We're so not funny.
You don't know how to put words together. Or are the gayness.
So, song Pink Triangle is about Rivers Cuomo experience in Harvard University where he knew a girl that he really liked and even envisioned marrying her, but he saw a pink triangle on her sleeve. Didn't know those were the lyrics of the song for the longest time. But, and a pink triangle on someone's sleeve or something like that usually, as I said, shows it shows that they are for gay pride and all that stuff, or they are gay, so they have pride in themselves. So for the longest time, he was just like, oh, I'm a little heartbroken about this. I'm dumb. She's a lesbian. I thought I had found the one. We were good as married in my mind, but married in my mind's no good. Yeah.
You're fine.
I love the lines in the song. Like, when I'm stable long enough, I start to look around for love. Like, he's saying, I'm lonely. I'm trying to find someone. I found this girl. Oh, she's a lesbian. Well, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, the song Pink Triangle. I wouldn't say I would relate to it, but there was a girl that I dated, I guess you could say, that actually turns out to be a lesbian. I'll tell you about that later.
Is it BT?
Yeah. Oh. Or
Vagina Tech University.
The next song is my favorite track off the entire album. Cause
that was just not
usually some people can say that their favorite song off of something is something that they can relate to, and holy shit, can I relate to this song. The song is called Falling For You. And thanks for just sitting there and not inputting on any of the songs.
This is not, I just fucking stabbed myself on accident. It scared shit out of me.
Anyways, the song Falling For You, the song is pretty much about like...
you're in the right spot, that's why I'm not into it.
The song is pretty much, about like, when you like you're friends with someone or something like that, and honestly, the first lines of the song can explain any guy who has figured out that he's falling for someone but doesn't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
The first lines of the song are, "Holy cow, I think I've got one here. Now what am I supposed to do?"
Because you don't know.
Because you don't know.
You'll know it's the right time.
And the main chorus of the song is God damn, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite songs by Weezer, and I can't remember the chorus. Get your hand off.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, I did. I felt that. Why am I messing? Oh, god damn it.
Oh no. No, yeah, but
like the chorus is like baby, I'm afraid I'm falling for you. I'd do about anything to get the hell out alive, or maybe I would rather settle down with you. Like saying I like you, maybe I don't want to like you though. So in a way, I want to stop liking you, or maybe I should just go with it, and maybe we could actually start something.
Yeah.
And I don't know why part of the song, part of the song, I think actually goes back to the song El Scorcho in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the song is holy sweet goddamn, you left your cello in the basement, and like he starts to play and he's like, I tried to play a tune, like he's saying, oh, I suck at this. What could you see in little old 3-chord me? That's kind of a reference to Rivers and Pinkerton and Weezer's songs, because if you really listen to some Weezer songs, there's only about 3 chords in them.
Yeah.
There's only about 3 chords in them, which, you know, bands back then like Weezer and Green Day. Speaking of Green Day, I forgot to say this about the song El Scorcho. One of my favorite lines of the song is, I asked you to go to the Green Day concert, said you never heard of them. How cool is that? And all that stuff.
Yeah.
And well, like I like that.
Reference.
They
mention of the band.
They're my favorite band and all that stuff. Also, when Rivers plays live, any other band that's playing in a venue of that, whatever, he instead of says Green Day, he says pretty much any other band that he can think of at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, also the song "Falling for You." Oh yeah, part of the chorus is but I do like you, and another one, you say like too much, but I'm shaking at your touch. I like you way too much. Like, so he likes them a little too much, and as I said, I can relate to the song because I've had that own experience about 50 billion times in my life. Yeah, song "Falling for You." I'm gonna cry.
Damn it!
But yeah,
it's one of those reviews.
"Falling for You," and then he's like, but I do like you, and you like me too. I'm ready. Let's do it, baby. You know, he's like saying, oh my, like I think at that moment he may have figured out maybe I'm like he freaked out a little too much over that. Like, oh, she likes me too. Oh, I'm gonna go for it right now. Like, as I've learned over my time, and you may agree with this, whenever you figured out that a girl likes you, take your time.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Don't just go for it, because then you'll embarrass yourself.
Time was your best friend when it comes to girls.
And then the final track, "Butterfly." This song is an acoustic song that barely has minimal drumming in it, and this is the hardest song off the entire album that I had to find the meaning to. But I finally figured out what the meaning behind this song is. The song "Butterfly" is about the guy who's like a butterfly hunter. It's a metaphor for him going out and trying to find a girl, the butterfly. He catches her in the jar relationship, and he's always checking up on her, and she withered all away, which pretty much means like it's pretty much saying he goes out, finds a girl, gets in a relationship with her, and then figures out it's all sexual. He's just sexually attracted to them and all that stuff, and it's not a real relationship. He thinks he should just end it, and like in the song he's apologizing to her, like saying, I'm sorry for not actually loving you and all that stuff, and I'm gonna have to say that it's over and all that stuff, and I'm sorry for what I did. I did what my body told me to. Like his body pretty much is like every guy knows that your dick thinks for you.
Well, but obviously,
that told you to go for them, and then later your brain figured out, wait, this isn't right. That's pretty much what the song's about, and it's kind of it's the most emotional song that Rivers has ever had to record. So if you listen to the latter track, it sounds like he's almost breaking up in a way.
Really?
Like he's almost starting to cry in a way.
Yeah, I know.
Like his voice cracks even a little bit in the song, and that kind of adds to it in a way.
Maybe he just has Voice crackitis like you do.
God damn it.
Like what?
So, now that we've talked about that, let's add, I've already talked about kind of the front cover has, like, Asian theme, Japanese theme to it. Looks like some people in, like, a rice field and all that stuff. It's actually a painting. I forgot the name of the painting was.
Pearl Harbor.
It says, wow. It says Weezer, it says Pinkerton, second side. And all the songs are in lowercase when they're written. As, like, a Japanese Asian woman thingy.
No, yeah.
Asian woman thingy right there. Yeah. The only thing I can say is that I think it's a tree on the CD.
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know. I doesn't know.
Maybe it's the brain.
And then one thing that I actually kind of respect about this album that didn't happen in the last album, well, the guys were on the front cover, but they didn't say preface which member was which. In this, there's like the guys from the band as in kind of silhouettes besides Matt Sharp and Patrick Wilson, and then it says which ones they are and which instruments and stuff they play. So that was my track review / I guess, for...
Oh, are you going to show the back? Well, I mean, there's like a hidden map, I mean...
Oh yeah, hold on.
There, well...
Hopefully I don't break this when I'm trying to get at it, but I might, and if I do, I apologize to Weezer fans everywhere.
Are you going to cry?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no.
I ordered this album on vinyl, by the way, 3 different times, and it hasn't came in yet, but hopefully it does in a little while. There we go. So, also this is a hidden thing that, I don't even know if you know about this, but for some reason Rivers and Weezer decided to hide this in the, behind this in the album. What is that?
It's a guitar string.
Okay, but it's like a map, and it like has like the Weezer logo like right there, and it has like, it kind of looks like a part of like Japan or something like that, like an island or something like that. So that's in there, and I think that's pretty cool.
Making a video.
I don't know what it's trying to like. I like how he walked away right as you said that.
He's like, oh.
I don't know if that's trying to like signify something or say anything like that, or it's like if there's like a hidden treasure map or something like that. Why would it be a hidden treasure map? I don't know why that was. I'm stupid, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Rivers Cuomo's house.
And there is, oh my god, there is one thing that I have to say about this album that may stir up a little bit in the comments if anybody watches this goddamn video, and I don't even know if you'd agree with this, but. You have to say, when you really think about it in a way, this album, musically and lyrically, is kind of better than the Blue Album.
Yeah. I can see where you're going. I mean, you're comparing apples to oranges, but they're the same band, same fruit. They're all considered fruit, but there's different fruits,
And people have their preferences and stuff, and I could see how someone could say this is better than the Blue Album.
Yeah, and I can see why.
By the way, I still prefer the Blue Album over this, because I do. I don't really have a reasoning. But, like, the lyrics and, like, the meaning behind this album...
It's just all more deep.
And how true this album is to, like, Rivers and how he wrote and all that stuff. Yeah. It's one of the most earnest and one of the most, like, true and emotional albums I've ever heard by a band, like, ever. I think it's one of the best albums of all time. I think it is the best album of 1996, even though I can't say much because I was born a year later. But I would still say this is the best album of 1996. Yeah. And Rating Time, which is probably why everyone came to this video, and you may not even watch all 39 minutes of it, or 40 minutes of it. Rating on this album, same as the Blue Album. This album has impacted me a lot. I've listened to it numerous times.
I'm still waiting for mine to come in.
Yeah. And I'm one of those people that doesn't think an album deserves this rating unless it absolutely has to. And perfect 10 out of 10.
We're just saying Weezer killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
That means that they did it.
They caught twice. 2 lightning bolts in two different jars. Yep. Yeah.
Something like that.
But yeah, this is my second favorite album by Weezer. Third favorite album by Weezer is Everything Will Be Alright in the End, their newest album. If you haven't listened to it, you should. You should watch my other 30-minute review. My reviews are way too long. But you should definitely watch that review too. But yeah, what do you think of this?
I mean, I like Connor kind of touched on it, and like I know I haven't really been talking. It's like I really respect Weezer, and that's why I kind of like grasp Weezer and like a kind of emotional, you know, like as me, it's more of me with emotion, you know, like I can relate, we can do stuff like this, and for example, like, you know, I can listen to the Blue Album, for example, in the garage, I can feel nerdy, I can feel proud about it, you know, because I am, and he is, he can listen to this and feel lonely, because he is lonely though. No, but, like...
Never had a girlfriend once.
Oh my god, my shadow scared me. No, I mean, you had a kindergarten.
That wasn't even kind of.
Connor was a stud back then. But anyway, like I was saying. But Weezer, you know, they're slowly becoming my favorite band. You know, Blink-182 is like, yeah, you can relate to them. You can, I mean, you can kind of, you know, some songs you can, yeah. But this is more, Blink-182 is just more like, you know, hey, fuck yeah, let's be, you know, just carefree, you know.
Yeah.
This one's just like,
there's a few songs I could say that you.
No, yeah, like.
I mean, they're a band that kind of has grown up.
Yeah.
I mean, but After Midnight is kind of a song that you know could see when they grew up and all that.
No.
But you know, I will say that even though I do love Blink-182 songs in like from Enema of the State or Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, they're like in their 20s writing songs that a 13-year-old would write.
Yeah, and I completely agree. Like. Yeah.
Like the song "Story of a Lonely Guy" is actually kind of seems like a song that that could that is like in a way kind of grown up way because he's like remember when I was in the grocery store, and I don't think a kid would write about going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pinkerton, what would be your rating?
I would give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. You know, like I said, I'm not good with the ratings, but what'd you give it?
I gave it a 10.
A 10?
A perfect 10.
I'll be the harsh one here.
It deserves a perfect 10.
It does. Because it's Weezer. And they hit two birds. They hit 2 million birds with one stone. No, but like I said, 9.5. That's really considered a 10. You know, 10 would be like Jesus sent this fucking album down. Is like listen to it.
He didn't.
Might have. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I love it. And I really consider go out and buy it. I mean, it's been forever since this.
I mean, I could listen to. I mean, we could talk about this album literally all day, which is what we've kind of done.
Yeah.
But yeah. I gave it a 10. Landon gave it a
9.5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's our review on Weezer's Pinkerton. If we missed anything, God, if we missed anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. 3, 2, 1.
We're done.
You can subscribe now.